about to see. We're going into our game number 3 now of our second set of the day. It's gonna put Demu against Lucifron, and we do see here Lucifron in the color yellow playing as the Abbasid Dynasty. On the opposite side, as it is a mirror, we're gonna be seeing Demu playing the Abbasid Dynasty as well. Looking at the map right now, though, these trade posts aren't the most optimal if you want to go for trade here.
Yeah, that was right when the game started. That was the first thing I wanted to look at, because usually if you're wanting trade, you're gonna want a nice like old safe spot. Hopefully, market more towards the corner than towards the mid map, because mid map makes it a little bit easier for your opponent to deny it, and so it might be a little bit difficult for Lucifron to get this up and running.
Yeah, at the same time, though, in theory, being a little bit more outwards also means that the trade distance is going to be a bit longer, means that you get more resources, in theory, out of it. I mean, at least one of the sides is going to be really easy for Lucifron to wall in here. Forward walls could also be a case for him, but if he wants to play it safe, I don't think he's going to go for the trade wing this game around. It's just not the most optimal spawn for it.
No, I think he passes up on it. I think we're going back to a more typical opening, and Lucifron, military wing, Demu, military wing. All right.
It is going to be military wing for both players, and I think Demu is the kind of player to just use the military wing to cover for more TCs. Lucifron, not sure if he uses that one for more TCs himself, or if he's going to go for like a full aggro kind of playstyle here.
I mean, I'm all in for the full aggro. You got to give the people what they want. Drop another barracks, drop another range, and just go all in over here.
I literally just tried that against Demu in the exact same matchup. It almost worked. I'll say that much. It almost worked. Maybe. Maybe he can do it.
You know, I'd be in for it, but only time will end up telling. I can see some people, 2 seconds of a difference on the military wing. Oh my gosh. Well, you know,
already GG.
It's already GG. It's over. Just that much cleaner, that much of a better build, you know?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Look at that. Demu, he's got a lot of villagers on wood right now. Lucifron, he still has a couple more villagers on food. Makes me think that maybe Lucifron's just going to go for an immediate stable here and just look to go for Horseman right off the bat.
Yeah, and I kind of feel like that leans to his playstyle. Having the extra villagers on the food, you're not doing that for no reason. It needs to use that food for something, which means a production building. Just question is which one?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a stable immediately, just because stable, you get the Horseman, you might be in time to actually deny the TC expansion.
Yeah, that forward stone for Demu makes it a little bit easier to pressure, makes it more so he will have to react with something other than just those 4 units that pop out from military wing.
And Lucifron, yeah, he's also going for stone right now, so both players going for additional TCs. Makes me think that maybe it's not going to be an immediate production building, and he did pull off a couple of villagers off of food. Yeah, so now it looks like it's just going to be standard multi-TC play here from both these players.
Killing the sheep.
A little bit quicker to it. Yeah, it's 250 food denied.
Yeah, gotta love it. You know, you got to see some action somewhere. You can't kill the scout. You might as well kill the sheep.
Makes sense. Makes sense. And yeah, I mean, Demu, 10 villagers on stone makes me think that it's not going to just stay with that one TC. It's probably just going to drop the first TC right next to a stone mine. And after that, just going to continue happily chipping away at that stone outcropping. Going for probably 3 TCs. That's what I'm going to say is probably going to be his plan here.
I'm assuming 3 by either of these players. And location-wise, I think, like you said, first one just for both goes directly next to the stone, allows them to just get right back on it and get next to the next other one.
Lucifron luring his deer under his stone in order to, like, get 2 flies with 1 smack. Like, is there a direct translation to this from German? I'm wondering right now.
2 flies with 1 snap. We say kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah, we say you like kill 7 flies with a single hit of the belt.
Okay. There you go.
Something like that.
Hey, well,
which is an odd number, but it works. It works.
I'll start having to pick that up, you know. But those second TCs
this is
are
gonna be a stable now.
Yeah, stables is coming out. Going to be able to at least kind of get that next foot forward. Maybe deny where that third TC location may be, as Dimmu is definitely back onto the stone, and I assume Lucifron will be as well.
Here we go. Yeah, it's very likely going to be multi-TC. Yeah, he's already back out on stone, but actually, Lucifron, he's going on the deer. He's going to stop with that second TC. Is it going to be just immediate ton of aggression out here now from him? Could be, could be. He's also getting another house in just in order to get that golden age in. I don't think either of these players have that yet. I think maybe Demu has it. Golden age is, yeah, he's got a couple of extra houses, so I think Demu's probably golden age 1 as well. Yeah, he's golden age 1, and I think Lucifron just got golden age with that bonus house that he just placed. Yep, house is placed. Now he has golden age as well. Actually, it was the 11th house. Okay, never mind. He had it before. Actually, never mind. It wasn't connected. Okay, yeah, he's golden age now.
Yeah, so Demu's scout gets taken out, and this is crucial because he got the info he needed. When there's a reason why he saw the TC and then went back forward again. He needs to know if Lucifron's going with a third or not. He needs to know what to react to or not. So he scouted the stone and saw that Lucifron wasn't on it, was able to click it before his scout died as well. So he has the information he needs. The problem is what are you going to do to it now? What's your reaction knowing your opponent wasn't on stone and not going with a third?
He's just gonna drop the TC right next to the initial TC, just in order to get in range of these deer here. Look at that. Forward outpost now coming from Lucifron. He's going full all in on this feudal age push now. He's a little bit behind when it comes to the villager numbers. I'm not sure if that's just due to picking up fresh foodstuffs, but I think Demu also grabbed fresh foodstuffs early on.
Oh, this outpost is so dangerous, though. Demu lost his scout, which I had mentioned earlier. TCs don't give vision into those stealth forests, so that outpost, it's going to go up. And that's Demu's main food source. Actually, only food source other than sheep.
Yeah, there are still other resources for him out on the map, but it's going to be a little bit more difficult for him to get there, especially if he doesn't have map control. And right now, it looks like he won't have it. He's gathering a lot of the deer up right now, but every deer after these first two is going to be in range of an upgraded outpost, and Lucifron already has a stone for it.
Yeah, he's just like barely onto the stone, and it could be not only a stone for an upgraded outpost, but he could drop a third TC at a location he wants behind this now, just obviously a little delayed, but his win is the resources, the map control, and the just overall resource denial from Demu.
Yeah, exactly. Just getting the resource denial and making sure that Demu's TCs aren't as effective or as efficient as his own, but doesn't look like he's going to go for that additional TC. Instead, it looks like he's now macroing towards Castle Age. Does already have a good chunk of the resources there. Already has pretty much the gold. Needs a little bit more food for that. Yeah, now he's just going to be able to deny that income there. He's just going to put some units inside of the outpost. But he's only going to pop them in as soon as the upgrade comes in, just in order to not alert the villagers beforehand. Okay, just as I said, he pops them in a little bit earlier, but still, going to pop them in means that there's going to be bonus damage coming out from them.
Is it a little
not
short?
Quite in range.
Oh.
Ooh. He doesn't even get the other the other deer there at the top side.
Yeah.
In range. But the 3 deer there are going to be denied. That's still like 1,000 food. That's still 1,000 food denied. That's fine. It's fine.
And it's big because he's going up to castle now, and Demu, he's going to struggle to match the military for one, because he's struggling on food, and match the castle age. He's going to want to go castle, and there it is. First Vil goes down. Now he realizes, and he even overreacts, pulls all the way off the deer, going back to the berries behind.
I feel like only Lucifron would go for Castle Age Trade Wing here in order to keep up with the TC timing. Do know Trade Wing has been actually buffed, so in Castle Age, instead of 3 traders, you get 4 traders. That's like 80 more resource that you get out of it, Poggers.
Yep, he's already planning on dropping the double markets at the top side too, so it's not just going to be the free traders. He's going to full on trade boom after this.
Oh, Spearman, catch the Horseman there, get some good damage on one, and double market, so he's going to go full in for the trade scaling here, from the looks of it.
Yep, and here he goes, just continuing to pressure the food too. If Lucifron's just continually able to just slowly idle these foods, Demu's gonna have his castle timing way too late. I don't care if he's up 10 Vils.
Yeah. I think, let's check if Lucifron has any barracks out, because right now the game ender could potentially just be Gulams. Immediately Gulams, you get boot camp, since you already have No, it's gonna be knights. Okay. I think Gulams would have just been much better there. He already has military wings, so he can just get boot camp. And with boot camp, the Gulams already have pretty much as much HP as a knight, but they just don't take any damage from the spears.
Yeah,
They're already faster than.
It's one of those you can just move into the economy with them and just say, all right, try to fight me with your feudal age units. Good luck, and you're not going to be doing anything. But Lucifron, very, very quick castle timing, and he's only down 8 vills, and make that, what is it? There we go. It's only 4 now because the traders pop on out, and we're looking good.
Yeah, immediately starts queuing up a lot of these knights. Culture Wing now coming in from Demu as well. And the question, though, is what's he going to do now? He has a couple of Spearmen up, but he's going to need more. I mean, Spearmen from Abbasid, obviously really good. You get the Phalanx upgrade. He's dropping down a couple of additional barracks here in order to cover for his own age up. He's just going to have to protect his food right now because he knows that that's where most likely Lucifron is going to try to attack onto.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely the game plan from Luzi. If you continue to attack the food, it makes him hard, makes Demu struggle more to equalize in the military count. But fortunately for Demu, he's just on Spear Archer, and those archers will transition well into Castle with the composite bows, but needs to continue pumping those numbers up to defend what Lucifron's about to send.
Yeah, still has a good number here, so I'm not too worried here now for Demu to be able to hold this. Question is just how much idle time is Lucifron going to be able to force here against him.
Oh, horseman. Oh.
Loses 3 there for free.
Not what you want to be doing, but those knights have found their way across the map finally. First dive in goes onto the main TC. There's a couple archers there with nowhere to go, and Lucifron just says, all right, I'll take this trade. Couple vills go down, and one vill goes down.
No blacksmith upgrades yet. No blacksmith upgrades, and +1 pierce damage just came in here for Demu. So these archer shots are going to do a lot more damage now. Knight goes down now.
Yeah. Throwing that knight away just for one archer, one villager, not really the greatest, but still a lot of timing to be had, and the first trade drop-off is about to happen, and this is when Lucifron starts to unlock, and he's diving in on the berries as well.
Just as the military is a little bit out of position here. He's gonna have to run away with these villagers now, or just stand next to the knights. Now he's running in. And a lot of the upgrades right now in queue right now as well for Demu. He's waiting for the Culture Wing upgrade before he queues all the blacksmith upgrades, I think.
Yeah, I mean, is that timing that he can afford to have? Like, yes, you're saving yourself some resources, but shoo, we just saw a good amount of 8. We see 8 villagers now total have gone down on Demu's side, and Lucifron's up in the eco and got that trade starting to pump on out, and look at all the techs coming in for him. Oh,
raids coming in for both players right now. A couple more raids in as well. But the archers are upgraded, and there's still no blacksmith upgrades in yet for Lucifron. This is still a good fight that Demu can take. It's killing a lot of the knights.
Just now starting to get some of those blacksmith techs through. He's making the transition to composite bows as well, but he is just lacking, 10, 15 archers.
Still produced quite a lot there in the meantime. Econ and count also looking solid here for him. And he's going to have very good gold as this game goes on, so he's just going to be able to continue spamming out knights. Question though, do you want to do that against a civilization that has like the best spearmen in the game and the best archers in the game that are also able to take down knights with relative ease with that attack speed?
Not when you're throwing them away like that. It'd be great if he was able to get on some of the eco like he did, which... He's got a little fair bit of a little lead starting to build for himself. Army value's fairly even. Demu a little bit ahead there as far as the value goes, but numbers aren't always the true story.
Look at that. Lucifron's so sneaky. Just gonna do a little circle around with the knight, and now he's just gonna try and dive once again onto the berry patch there from Demu. But Demu finally got access to his deer there, which he can start taking. So Lucifron, he's got like units all around the map right now in order to just wait for Demu to look for resource to get outside of the map, outside of his base, and then hit him there.
But 2 knights just fall, and Demu's starting to push forward. I think his southern, oh no!
That's what I mean.
Oh, ho, ho.
Just the knights camping there, getting ready for Demu to expand outwards, and that's where he gets them. That is gonna hurt a lot, and Demu actually pulling the villagers' shifts there in order to fight against that one knight that just came in. But there we go. Good attack coming in from Demu, and the trade line. That's what you get with like the really awkward market spawn there.
Yep. Gold denied. Trade starts falling, and these archers continuing to push forward. Lucifron needs to respect this, needs to have his mass together, does have his reinforcements coming in, but I'm not sure if this is going to be the fight he wants to take. Spearman able to at least close in, guard in some of those archers, and Demu taking decent trades, but starting to lose the mass now that the spears are getting falling.
I'm still not sure if this trade was too good for Lucifron, because he loses a lot of these knights since he didn't grab the last, or rather the last Pierce Stamp armor upgrade is still in production for him in research. And that's a lot of villagers that are going down here now as well.
Oh, another 10. Oh my gosh.
That was huge. That was so huge. Look at that. Now Demu actually killed more eco units than Lucifron this game.
It just shows how strong those archers can turn out to be if they aren't dealt with, if they just stay in that mass, and Lucifron did not pull those vills back like he should have.
Archers, I think the count there is now better for Lucifron, so Demu is going to lose these archer numbers here. Oh, the knight still being active there. Once again, just the reinforcement from Demu hitting Lucifron there in the eco, and now Lucifron is actually falling behind a lot when it comes to the villager numbers.
Yeah, just eco getting hurt all over the place by both of these players. Wondering if Lucifron might think about dropping another TC to try to equalize, but I think the biggest point is he just needs to stabilize the units flooding into his base. He had that archer mass that he dealt with, but he needs his mass to clear the reinforcements.
Yeah, he kind of needs to fall back a little bit here, just protect his base a little bit more, because these night raids are really, really annoying right now for him as well. But with that, I mean, he is in the reinforcement line there from Lucifron, like right where the production buildings are. So he is getting a lot of value there.
Yeah, last couple units that Demu pushed forward with starting to get cleaned on up, and looking at the eco numbers, we're basically even. Look at the military numbers. Lucifron has actually taken the lead on the military side now.
Yeah, military numbers looking good there for Lucifron. Still, like, one player is making mass Ghoulems, and Lucifron's only just now going for mass Ghoulems. I think that Ghoulems right now are just really, really valuable, since both players did go for the military. Oh no, that's an invisible horseman if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, and I mean, these start adding up so quickly. 1, 2 here, 3, 4 there. Now we're looking at 30 plus units killed on either side as far as the eco goes. The Ghoulems, though, what a good frontline mass for Demu. He made that transition earlier like you were talking about, but Lucifron has some reinforcements there, at least for now.
Yeah, it is a tough battle right now to push in for both players. But Lucifron just being really good here with these cheeky raids everywhere on the sides, and yeah, Demu, he just needs some walls. He needs some walls, and he needs them soon here. Military number of value. He does, but this is not a cost that you could afford here right now with how he's throwing away the units. He's going into the trade line though with the Ghoulems and the archers. Sure, he's going to throw the units away once again, but he's going to get a lot of value there as well, I think.
Man, Lucifron has just been relentless with these night raids. Every single time we look over, Vodka's got another knight in Demu's base, taking down more vills, but Demu pushes forward, gets a good amount of traders at the cost of his whole archer mass of that group.
I mean, Lucifron right now, he only needs a single upgrade to completely shut down the raids on the trade, and he could already get that. With the trade ring, you get the upgrade where your traders have +5 armor, and then the archers don't do any more damage to him.
Yeah.
Just as an option here for him.
But it's starting to get to the point where Lucifron, I feel like, is getting back on the forward foot. He's still been raiding this whole time, but finally he's clearing up the forward masses that Demu had, at least for now.
So there's a lot of army from both of the players on the field, but it feels like Demu is also getting in some good value raids here every now and then on the food economy. Lucifron already made his farm transition mostly. Demu is also in the middle-ish of his own farm transition. both players right now are just hurting. It's such a messy battle. Just both players running military into the other's economy relentlessly.
Yeah, it's like, when is the breakthrough finally going to happen? Who's going to finally hold and make the push at the same time and have the two groupings that are all of a sudden both bigger than their opponents?
This reminds me of a good old China game from Age of Empires 2. Absolute chaos. Nobody knows what's going on. Everybody's enjoying it. Everybody's having a good time. Except for the villagers and traders here in the base, from the looks of it. Lots of villagers have gone down on both sides so far.
I mean, it's just so much damage, but it's crazy to think how even these players are.
Ooh, scout villagers being pulled there in order to deal with the archers. Actually, since it wasn't a lot, able to deal with them. Getting rid of that annoyance. Gulam's just adding so much value here right now to both of the players' army.
Literally everything, it's 103, basically 60 and 60, yet it is just non-stop dying, non-stop death, villagers screaming, wailing, traders dying, and just craziness all over.
Yeah, it definitely feels kind of crazy here right now. Demu, he just has so many of these like little clumped up groups of military that he's running around, and it's just so much micro from both these players right now, making sure all of these little groups of military are getting their value in. Oh, Knights there again. Gonna do a lot of damage.
Decide to clear up the crossbow, and Demu reacts, pulls the Vills back in time, and again, all the damage that Lucifron was just doing, he's taken on the other side as well. He has been able to get 3 relics though. That's one thing that Demu has not focused on, is any relic control.
Are the relics necessary though for Lucifer? I mean, he's already trading. He's already like gonna have a lot of gold income with this game.
Villagers going down again. It will matter if this game gets to a 45, 50 minute. It has a huge effect on how much that can be over time. No walls invested into by either player. There's no need. Who needs walls? They are not wall enjoyers.
Who needs walls when you can have military? And tons of military from both players, just being absolutely swamped the entire time. Both players getting the food transition in as well. And once again, Demu just sending a little group of military into the trade. Well, it feels like Lucifron already has military there. Yeah, he does. And he's got knights there as well. The archers aren't going to do a lot there. Has to fall back there.
It feels
this little group of military gets trapped, and the knight numbers are just increasing to a dangerous level right now. Yeah, it feels like Demu's just falling behind now.
Yeah, it's Lucifron starting to open this game up a little bit more. He's up to 15 knights. The army value is the key. He's at 8,800 army value compared to 4,600. Trade is booming, and he has been clearing and forcing that aggression. There's not as many pockets for Demu with his military to push forward and pressure with.
Yeah, I mean, Lucifron hasn't been walling, which, to be fair, he's fine with. He's got the more mobile units since he's going for the knights. Demu, I feel like, definitely need to wall here at some point in time. Not just because it's so dangerous not to wall against a player like Lucifron. It's so great, and now we see how the trade just kind of takes over this game, because he's also not just getting gold, he's getting passive food from the trade as well.
And think
and
about
now
how much...
finally he's getting the armor upgrade on the traders.
There it is. That's going to be such a relief for him. Make it so much harder to take down, and another fight goes in. Think about how much APM could have been saved by walls. These players are all over the map at all times, and this is where you see just constant villagers going down that you maybe could have saved.
Yeah, a lot of villagers going down everywhere. I mean, for both players, but it feels like Lucifron is just still just so much quicker with remassing, because it's so much quicker to just have multiple markets there and be able to produce out of both of them.
Yeah, not only that, a lot of times I feel like Demu, like, he lost like a couple of the bigger masses, where Lucifron, his raids are a couple knights, not 15 to 20 archers. Yeah,
and once again, knights pretty much everywhere right now, running around, and there's so many different groups, and right now 21 knights. Lucifron's preparing for a death push here, and it's happening on the wood line from the looks of it.
Oh,
big fight happening on the wood line in the middle there for Demu.
And yeah, it's villagers just getting absolutely shredded. You can see the eco numbers for Demu. It's at 67.
65. Oh no, it's over. It is over. You cannot recover from such an incredible raid, especially if you want to raid your opponent now. The markets, the traders have so much armor, and GG gets called. Lucifron taking the third game here of this set, and man, that was an absolutely crazy game here. Just complete non-stop aggression, 24/7 out of both players.
Absolutely wild one to watch. I feel for Vodka over there for our observer. What a great job by him, all over the place there. Showed us so much info, so much devastation. And Dimmu just was not able to hold, was not able to counteract that trade wing. And Lucifron got to play his game, it felt like.
Yeah, villager count. I mean, look, so many villagers there went down, but the last one, the last big raid there from Lucifron, the engagement on that wood line, so many villagers went down pretty much instantly there. Holy moly. Take a look at the economy count with the traders. Lucifron just having that huge eco lead there.
What a crazy game. It maybe not exactly what we were expecting with the Abba Mirror, but it's exactly what we all wanted. And now we'll try to see what we have in store for us for our next one.